welcome to part 3 of learning Blender in 30 days. This video is day 21 to 30, so this is the final part. I'm really excited. It's been a journey. I honestly keep reflecting back on day 2 when I made that horrific rabbit with all the vertices. I think there was like 140,000 vertices on that rabbit, to where I am now, and I'm amazed. I'm really excited for the next 10 days. Let's just jump straight into it. Welcome to day 21. Let's make a lighthouse. So day 21 of learning Blender in 30 days, and I thought I would do this cute lighthouse. So here I'm just starting out with the base, and now I'm doing the, middle part of it, extruding them up, and then also duplicating it so then I can do the railing here. Here I'm adding the array modifier so that I can do the railing around and so that they're all aligned. And then I'm just doing the top of the railing so no one falls off. Here I'm doing the center of the lighthouse that ends up glowing, and then I'm also kind of doing the structure of it so it looks like it's actually held in there. Then I went in and started doing the top of the lighthouse, pulled that down a little bit so it wasn't so crazy, and then now I'm just going in and doing the window. I did have a little trouble with the window though when I started adding the subdivision modifier, but I honestly think it turned out really well. And then I just went in and started coloring it. I think coloring is always my most favorite part, and it ended up looking really, really good. Welcome to day 22. What an exciting day. I've decided that I'm going to do another character today, and I haven't done a character since that bunny rabbit on day 2. So I found a character and a little tutorial to show you. And so here it is. I'm going to be making this cute little cupcake. Kind of reminds me of the donut vibe, and hopefully it's easier than that rabbit. And I love it just as much as I love the frog from day 1. So let's just jump straight into it. For day 22 of learning Blender, I'm making a little cupcake, starting out with a star, adding in some more vertices there, and then rotating it. This is going to be the icing. The top I just scaled down the vertices so that it would be a little bit more pointed like icing. Then I just went in to add in the top of the cupcake, and now I am just making the little base of the cupcake so she has something to sit in. I went in and added a little mouth. Every time I do the mouths, they scare me a little bit to start with, but then they ended up looking really good. Did her little eyes in there as well, give her a little bit of personality. And then I started adding in all the sprinkles and putting them on the top, changing the size, and they ended up looking really good. Then I went in and just fixed up her eyes a little bit, made them a little bit flatter. And then I started coloring in everything so that she looks like a little cupcake. And here's what she's looking like. So cute. Welcome to day 23. Today I'm going to be doing another tutorial, and I'm going to be doing, let me pull it over, this castle that you can see here. I just had to skip to the end so that you could see it. I'm still doing tutorials because I get really overwhelmed doing my own projects, and it's really good for me to just kind of remember the hotkeys and see what they're doing and how they use their modifiers. So let's just jump straight into it. So this is me going in to make the little castle using the array modifier to make the top. The array modifier I think is definitely my best friend in Blender. Then I'm going in and adding the bottom and then adding the little tower as well. Then I just extruded the vertices up there to make it look more like a tower, and then extruded every other vertex to just make it look more like a little castle. Then I went in and started adding the door, and this was definitely the hardest part. Doing the curves on it was a little bit tricky. Here I am trying to add all the little bricks as well. It took me a couple goes to get this, but we get there in the end. Now I'm just adding all the little bits of wood on the door. I end up extruding these vertices because they look kind of funny at the moment, but I extrude them out and then add some planks as well. Thought it would be cute if I added some little rocks around, and this is what it was looking like. I'm coloring it in now just to give it a little bit more dimension, and she is looking so good. Doesn't this just look so good? Yay! Okay, so today, day 23, was a good day. I kind of went a little bit rogue in a way, and did my own things a little bit here from this tutorial, but it was a lot of fun. Using the array modifier a lot for just kind of like the little bits around everywhere, but I think she turned out really good. I was a little concerned that she would be too simple, but she's beautiful. Really happy with day 23, and I will now see you for day 24. Welcome to day 24 of learning Blender in 30 days. Yesterday we did the very cute little castle, and today I was thinking we would do this kind of like real cute forest because I have some great ideas for this on the final day. So let's just jump straight into it. So here's me starting out the way I always start out a project here in Blender, and I just kind of start with a plane and then I go and extrude those vertices. Everything's happening really quickly. I'm now playing with a little leaf. She turns out very cute, and then I just add the leaf around the stump, and then now I am just going in and doing the mushroom. And it was such a unique way to do the mushroom because the mushroom goes in as well, so just a lot of extruding of those vertices, and she is looking so good. So I just plopped lots of little mushrooms around as well to just add a little bit to the scene, put some leaves on the floor, and then put in some bigger mushrooms coming out of the stump. And then I went in, started coloring it all, and it was all coming together so well. And this is what the scene was looking like. So day 24 is looking so good. Look how cute the little stump is with the little mushrooms coming out. This was so quick and easy to make, and I feel really comfortable now in Blender, and every day I do a tutorial I just feel like I'm just getting so much better. So very happy with day 24, and I will now see you for day 25. Welcome to day 25. So today I want to try something a little bit more tricky. So we're going to be doing this little mushroom forest collection, so we'll see how we go. So as I'm doing this mushroom on a log, I didn't even realize that the day before I'd also done a mushroom on a log, but just a little bit more clay-like. So this is more realism. It takes me up until literally the end of this to realize that I did it yesterday, but slightly different. So just bear with me. I'm just adding a lot of bark to the log here. It was crazy. This took me a lot of time to work out because it just ended up going everywhere. But then I'm playing with the bark a little bit and adding in some variations there so it looks more like a log. Then I'm going in and making the mushroom, and this mushroom just so satisfying to just do the flip of those vertices. Then I'm just going in and adding the base of the mushroom as well so it can stick out of bark, and then I'm just duplicating it around everywhere just to give it a little bit more dimension and make it look a little bit different, a little bit randomized. Here's what it's looking like, and then I go in and I'm just doing the background and the scene and all the lighting. And honestly, I was so impressed when I started to render it. So this is what we made, day 25. I think halfway through this I realized yesterday I also did mushrooms on a log, but it was very different style. So this is more realism, and I thought this would be a lot harder to do, but it was actually a lot easier in some ways, I guess, like duplicating all the textures around and stuff like that. So really happy with how today turned out, and I will now see you for day 26. Welcome to day 26. I am so excited as we're getting closer and closer to the 30 days. Today I'm going to be doing another low poly tutorial. I really like doing the low poly stuff. Yesterday I did more realism, and the day before I did kind of like a clay look, but today low poly. So let me show you the tutorial I'm going with. This is the tutorial I'm going to be doing today. The reason I'm still doing tutorials is because there's a lot of things that I just need reassurance on, and I just need to keep going over so that I actually understand how to do them, and I like when someone's explaining to me how to do stuff. So really excited for today, and let's just jump straight into it. Alright, you know I love a good low poly, so to do another one just made my heart warm. So here I'm going in and just doing the little tree. He came together very quickly, and oh, it looks so good. Then I went in and I got the landscape, and I started to just select a lot of the faces where I wanted the tree to be. This took me a little bit of time to work out, and I still ended up with some trees in the water, but we just won't look at that. So then I went in and started doing the trees. As you can see, it all spiraled up everywhere, but then I brought it back down, and then look at all those trees popping up. Then I had to go in and rotate the trees, randomize the seed a little bit, make the trees small, make some big. Then I went in and I started coloring all the hills. So this hill was going to be grey, and then I was going to put snow on top of it. And here is what it's looking like at the moment. I decided to go in and add a little bit more grey and change up the colours a little bit. And I'm also got the sun in the background there. It's going to start illuminating soon. How cute! This low poly turned out really good. Some of the trees are a little bit like, but that's okay. I really like the emission coming from the sun and the way it's reflecting on the water, and I also put in a background image. I think it's all looking so good, and this didn't take me too much time today, so I feel like I'm really getting better at a lot of the hotkeys and understanding the different modifiers and all that type of thing. So day 26, A day I didn't think I'd ever get to. I'm very happy with today. So I'll now see you tomorrow for day 27. Welcome to day 27 of learning Blender. Today I thought it would be fun to make a little Christmas tree. So let's just jump straight into it. So I realized my computer wasn't actually recording, so we did miss the start of the structure of the tree, but I did it. It's looking good. I popped around all those little baubles. I made the star on the top, and then now I'm just going in and doing the lighting, and you would be so impressed. My lighting skills are getting a lot better. Sometimes I still struggle with it a little bit, but look at her. She's illuminated. So then I went in and started coloring everything, giving the tree a little bit more life. Went in and colored the baubles and made them a little bit metallic, so they just had a little bit of shine to them, and then also gave a metallic effect to the star on the top. And here's how she turned out for day 27. So impressed with this one. Welcome to day 28. Today I'm going to be doing the project from day 20 and adding in some of the elements that I've done over the last few days, and I'll be working on this the next few days until day 30. So let's just jump straight into it. I don't even know how to tell you how scared I was to do my own project and not actually have someone going through the tutorials with me and explaining every step along the way. So everything I was just kind of working out. I did go back on a few other tutorials I'd done over the last few days to see how they'd done stuff so that I could get a little bit of a better idea of how I could actually implement things or how I could design stuff. So here I'm just going in and making the little castle that the lighthouse is going to sit in, extruding those vertices up, making it a little bit bigger, and then just placing it around. Now I'm just doing the little door for it as well so the frog can get in, and then also popping around some windows. Then I decided that the little house, the donut shop, should be on 2 levels. So I duplicated it, and then I decided to just start it from nothing because I was just stressing out. So here I am making the bottom story of the donut house. And then I went in and added all the supporting beams around so it didn't just look like a cube. I think I used the array modifier the most out of any other modifier. Just adding in some more supporting beams. And then I decided to do a little porch out the front as well. So I just raised up those supporting beams. And then I went in and just added a little bit of detailing to the supporting beams. And this is what she was looking like for day 28. Welcome to day 29 of learning Blender. I did not think I would make it to day 29, but I'm very excited. So yesterday I was working on my own project, and I'm going to be working on that project until tomorrow basically. I was a little overwhelmed on day 10 and day 20 of doing my own project because when someone's not explaining anything to you, it can be quite overwhelming to try and remember everything in it. Blender has a lot of different functionalities, a lot of different buttons. Everything is just a little bit chaotic there. So I was a little stressed, but yesterday I felt like it was all going really well. So I'm very excited about that. So let's just jump straight into day 29. So here is where we left off yesterday. Decided to go in and add a little bit of more detailing to the supporting beams at the top. Also gave it that nice chocolate color. Then I decided I wanted to add like a little porch or rug look under the castle just to give it a little bit more personality. Here I am just going around and just adding some little dots everywhere to make it look like stepstones. And then I went in and colored them. Decided the top of the 2-story house needed a door so you could get onto the deck. So just extruded those vertices out and then added the doorknob, and then also decided to add a window to the side of it as well that I give an emission so it looks like there's light coming out of the house, and then did some supporting beams there. You know I like supporting beams. Then I went in and decided to add some little lamp posts around. I haven't actually made any lamp posts in the last few days, but I thought it would be a good test to see if I could actually do it. So here I am just extruding the vertices. It's amazing that this was all created from just one little circle, and then at the end I just merged all the vertices at the center. Then I went in, shaded it smooth, and started to give a little bit of color to it, and then also gave it an emission so it looked like it was illuminating light. I decided to do the sign from the cafe, and so I'm just doing it all here, and then just having a little bit of a play, giving it a border, and then I went in and added a ladder, and then used the array modifier to make it really quickly. Here I am just doing the little steps for the ladder, and boom boom boom, the ladder is done. Gave it some colors, and here's what we're looking like for day 29. Welcome to day 30 of learning Blender in 30 days. I did not think that I would reach day 30, but here we are. So just to quickly reflect, The first day I did a very cute frog, and ever since then I've done a cute gingerbread house, a couple of pollies, very cute Christmas tree I did a few days ago, and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm really happy with my progress so far. So let's just jump straight into day 30. Here is me just doing the final day of this project. This project was a little tricky, just trying to work out everything. It's the biggest one I've done by myself, and I've had to look up quite a few tutorials to kind of work out a couple other things to do, but I decided to go in and recolor everything. I was thinking everything was looking a little bit bland, and I wanted to add in a little bit more purple. I decided to go in and add the displace modifier here just to give the castle a little bit of plumptuous. And so there she is. She's looking really good. I did it for all the grass on the lighthouse as well, and then the little rug, and I honestly did it on the donut house as well. And here is what it's looking like putting that modifier on the house. She's looking really good. Then I went in and changed the floor coloring quite a lot so everything matched. And then I also wanted to add some texture to the green of the lighthouse. So I'm doing something very similar to what I did for the gingerbread house. And this is what it was looking like. Very happy. I'm at the end now of doing this project, and I was a little nervous, but I'm really excited to show you the end result. So this is it done. Day 30. My own project. I learned Blender in 30 days. Well, not all of Blender. I didn't really dip into any animation, but this is what we're looking like. I'm really happy. If I move the render, I can explain. So a little bit of an explanation. We've got the little castle from when I did the castle one there. We've got the donut from the donut tutorial. We've got the little frog and his little baby from day 1. We have these beautiful little seats that I did on the island. We've got these lampposts. I didn't make them on any of the days, but just thought that they would look very cute. We have another table set here, the little poster from the cafe, and then this house, which is a donut shop. I am not an architect, but I think it looks very cute. Then we have the little happy hill from when I did that tutorial, and he's also a little lighthouse, which is very cute. And then we've got some donuts around. So I'm very happy. I can't believe that we just did 30 days. That's me learning Blender in 30 days. I did not think I could do this. The reason I set this challenge out was I really wanted to learn 3D, but I honestly could not get the motivation to do it, and this was the perfect time to spend 30 days learning Blender. I am still so in love with the frog I did on day 1. Projects that really stood out to me was the gingerbread house, the low poly like world, and I think my final project, which I was a little nervous doing it because when someone's not explaining to you like extrude the vertice here or add this subdivision modifier or do these things, it can be a little intimidating. So I was really nervous for the outcome of that, but I'm very happy. So thank you for watching. Thanks for everyone that sent me over some tips and tricks, especially when I was having issues with the vertices. I'm really excited for the 3D stuff I've made and the 3D stuff I have planned for future videos. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.